Let me tell you, one of my very good friends, Vanessa, I love Vanessa. I just got off the phone with her, and I know she's not going to feel no type of way if I share this because I want you guys to hear her story because there's a lot of you that are just like Vanessa. And a Lebron, you're a Vanessa, okay? So Vanessa and I started school. She was ending her semester and we had to share a semester together. So she was actually in one of my classes and then we ended up working together. So I remember I was working for a company. I can't remember if I was there first or she was there first. So I just remember like, oh my God, we had a class together. You know what I mean? Because I got excited that I actually knew somebody, especially in the field. Like you went to school, like, you're going to school for the master's. So it's like nice to relate, like, oh, did you study? Or, like to talk about class at school, How cool is that? I mean, at work. So anyways, Vanessa was in order. It was me. Well, technically it would have been Vanessa, right? Because Vanessa finished college before me. So I don't remember. She had to collect her hours. So when her and I came together, I already had my hours and she didn't have her hours. So that's why I was able to take the test before her. But technically, Vanessa would have been next in line. When you work at a clinic or like an organization and you're going to sit for your boards exam, you're like next in line to get the raise. So it's like, oh, who's going to be the next BCBA? You know what I mean? Because you guys are all living in the therapist moment right now. So anyways, fast forward, I took my exam, I failed. Vanessa took her exam, she failed. I took my exam the second time and I passed. She took it the second time and she didn't pass. And then she took it a third time. And at this point, it's already we were on the fourth edition and you have 5 years to get that to get your hours. Hours usually take between 1.5 to 2 years. So after you graduate, they give you 5 years to complete that hours. But if you didn't start your supervision when you started your grad school, then you're already short two years because we're going to round up that it takes you 2 years to get the hours of supervision. So now you only have really 3 open flexible years. Like if you started school but you wanted to take a break and then you took the exam, like you have a window. You wanted to have a baby and then you took off a year or two for the baby and then you sat for the exam, or vice versa. You see what I mean? So anyways, Vanessa also failed today. And she's been to 2 different states to take this exam because she was like, let me try changing the environment. She is so dedicated. And I feel so bad that some people are not just good test takers and she's invested. It's expensive. It is expensive, people taking this exam, because you got to not only pay for the $225 and then you got to pay for the testing center, which is another like $200. And then you have to there's another fee that we have to pay. Yeah. Oh, the BACB exam. We have to pay their fee to submit our paperwork. See what I mean? So Vanessa's invested like thousands of dollars. And not only that, the study material, it's like $500 for a study exam. And then another one is like $375. And then another one, they're all different variables. So it's like, dang, like I've done that one. I've done this one. Like what is not helping me pass this exam basically. But my point is she has until the end of this year. So she's got 2 more months to get it done because after next year, it starts the 5th test list. So she'd have to go back to school and take hours and redo everything. So I was telling her, I'm like, listen, I'm in the motion right now to try to shift the field. Like I know what I'm doing with this company and how I'm going to expand and how I can help shape the future of ABA because I'm filling in all those gaps that we don't have and I know how to answer them. That's why I want everyone to go like, yo, you can do it. Consult with me and I'll share you the ideas that I have and then we can go from there. So hello, and if you have this entrepreneur mindset, you need to have a whole shift of mindset. You need to apply ABA to your real life if you've haven't done that by now. Like ABA is a lifestyle. And like once you know what good and bad is and you navigate your environment so that you always represent good, because there's always got to be someone to represent good. It's like, why can't it be me? Why can't I be neutral? Like, why can't I agree to disagree happily? Why can't I solve problems with peace? Like, nothing could face me because why would it? Why would I allow that energy in my life? So back to the point is that Vanessa, she's not giving up. She's going to go ahead, take the exam. And then there's another thing too. Like you work in the same environment and then you see people that just got to that company getting a clinical director position. And it's like, oh, because she's next in line to get the BCBA exam and they don't believe in me to get it. You know what I mean? So it's like a slap in the face, to be honest. That's exactly what it is. A big slap in the face. And it sucks to be in that position because you know all you have to do is pass a freaking exam to get a piece of paper that says you're certified. And then guess what? You got to pay another fee to get licensed and be like in your state, because now they're making that like mandatory slowly but surely that you got to be a licensed behavior analyst, and nothing changes besides the LBA-CT. So yeah, I pay for those credentials. So sure enough, I'm gonna add that to the back of my name because they're expensive. And you want to keep adding all these letters and the names until nobody understands what the hell they are, and it means nothing to the typical person when it comes to setting your price. And it's like, hello, I didn't just have a high school diploma. I invested years of my life into a tough, dedicated position to get to where I am right now, to give you the advice. I went to school and did all the hard work for you, so I can answer your question right now. Yes, convenience. That's what you're paying for, convenience. And that convenience was a lot of years of experience and knowledge for me. So that was my whole point. I was telling her, don't worry about it. If you don't pass that exam, I'm creating a platform specifically for all those people that are just bad test takers. There's no reason why she couldn't pass that exam on her 4th time. There's no reason Vanessa shouldn't have passed her exam for the 5th time. There should be a standard, like, okay, that's a typical, well, what about people that are bad test takers? What accommodations are you going to provide besides extra time? You see what I mean? So my whole point is, you guys, and then you're stuck with a master's in applied behavior analysis, and everybody wants to know what else can I do to get out of autism, since autism has to have the BCBA. Okay, you guys deal with the BCBAs, and then we'll come underneath a whole different category, like educational consultants and applied behavioral analysis, behavioral scientists, behavioral experts, environmental analysts. That's a good one. Environmental analyst applying behavioral principles in the environment. That sounds better than a BCBA, because BCBA is already tainted. So let's call ourselves another name underneath the same umbrella. See what I mean? And I'll provide the platform, and everybody networks with everybody. You're this niche and you're that niche. Oh, you guys are both doing this, so I'll send people your way so that they have choices, because everybody likes choices and everyone has a personality, and someone's going to vibe better with another person. We don't need to compete. It's like, yo, if I'm your vibe, cool. If not, that's fine too, because I'm somebody's vibe will come along. That's your vibe. That's it. It's like, no hate shit. And you're going to give more than you take. It's like, wow, how can I make someone else's life easier? Especially if they're going through something I went through. And if like, I could tell my future version again, like, oh, when you're ready for this, do that. Or like, oh, don't do that. You got to consider this. Or like, wait and do that first and then do this second. Or like, you got to double check that first and then remember about this. You see what I mean? Like a little roadmap, but knowing like you have opportunities to decide what's your priority and where you can fit in, and have a time limit. Like, this only takes 10 minutes. Let me knock it out of the way real quick. So that's one less thing I have to worry about when I'm shaping my business behavior consulting behavior. So stay positive, because future ABAs come in and you will be all set.